Ooga fucking ooga cunts, welcome back to the Cunt stream, and today we've got an interesting show for you. Today is, of course, CNN, and we've got quite a bit of Deadpool news for everybody. There's been several stories about Deadpool, but we've also got some other stuff that's not quite entertainment, or at least stuff that you might want to try to take a little seriously. We got Samaj, Reading Ren, and of course, one of my co-hosts over from Proper Villains, Lo-Fi.
Deadpool's dead.
I don't know how to react to that because that was just what. All right.
You're supposed to be my chimichanga superstar.
He'll still be there.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh my God.
I think Samaj is just going a little too. I don't know. Did you have too many chimichangas today, bro? Is that what happened?
I haven't taken a solid shit in 3 days. It hurts so good.
That makes a lot of sense. You're just crying out of your asshole.
Anyway, yeah, no, there have been some interesting things going on involving Deadpool. So, yeah.
Well, speaking of those interesting things, how about we go over to Reading Ren's story about Deadpool 2?
All right. No, it's Deadpool the animated series.
There we go.
I should note that on yesterday's Cunt stream, we did briefly go over it, mostly over the headline, but I guess we'll go into some more detail.
Yes.
Sure.
FX has pulled the plug on Marvel's Deadpool animated TV series from Donald Glover. So, Donald Glover is the guy who helped create a bunch of stuff. Let's just see here. What does it say he's from?
Donald Glover is from. Donald Glover is a stand-up comedian who actually got a start on College Humor when it was still funny. He moved on inevitably to have a guest appearance on 30 Rock, and then he moved over to be an actual star on the show Community. And ever since he got big with Filthy Gambino and his stand-up career, he has become a writer-director in various different shows. Yeah,
including he is the creator of the show Atlanta, as well as the executive producer. So they have decided to pull, and it was going to be adult animated, so it wasn't going to be like for kids. This was going to be straight up, here's Deadpool for adults.
Well, this isn't something unusual for Fox because they also do Archer, which everyone fucking knows, and if you're like me, you love because Archer's hilarious.
It's fucking funny.
Yeah, I'll admit it's getting the jokes are getting old, but I still find it great.
Still entertaining and well told.
Yeah, but the quote from the company is, "Due to creative differences, FX, Donald Glover, Stephen Glover, and Marvel Television have agreed to part ways on Marvel's Deadpool the Animated Series. FX will no longer be involved with the project. FX and Marvel have an ongoing relationship through our partnership on Legion, which will continue." And Legion is their live-action series, which is heading into its second season, which will start again on April 3rd.
Yeah, so my thoughts on some of this is that I'm pretty sure there's the Fox-Disney merger is probably one of the factors going on in this. I don't know exactly to what extent, but I'm pretty sure it's there.
Yeah, because that's about all the details it's really giving. It's going over the history of Deadpool and basically saying that Donald Glover has been very busy over the past year, and I didn't know this, which is returning second season. He has the Han Solo movie coming up as well, so Donald Glover apparently is going to be in that, as well as the animated Lion King, which he's going to be a part of. I didn't know they were redoing Lion King.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is Disney. They're essentially remaking all their old animated movies to live action, which I don't like. I really don't.
I don't like the new. There's very few Disney things that can go live action that were like animated. It's kind of one of those things of leave it alone, please.
You know that well. I think that's the biggest problem that I actually have with Hollywood right now. Is I was actually telling Zell this earlier. What's been pissing me off about Hollywood lately is that they can't stop telling the same fucking story. They have nothing original. They have no new ideas, and they refuse to actually take a chance on anything and have a little bit of balls like they used to back in like the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, basically when Hollywood was actually a good place to either work or try to get a job at, shit like that. You know, granted, there was a lot of other stuff happening behind the scenes, but I'm talking about the actual product. That's what I mean. Like, we were talking about The Walking Dead earlier, and Zell and I pretty much we've been done with this series for a long time now. They've had 8 seasons, and I don't give a fuck. I walked out, I think, halfway through season 4, and I was just fucking done because every single fucking season was the same fucking story over and over again. I was just like, I don't have to fucking follow the goddamn story. I could come back in the last 3 episodes and know exactly what happened from fucking episode 1 to now in this entire season. They lost their previous home. They found a new home. They had to kill people because people are evil. Eventually zombies show up and then they have to find a new fucking home again. That's just the rhythm.
You took to season 4. I took to when the prison season. And that was when I was like, done, bye.
Yeah, season 3 was complete horseshit too. I mean,
I stopped at 3 and went, I'm done. I only slightly watched because, again, when Negan was involved.
It makes sense.
I never watched The Walking Dead, so
do yourself a favor, never do it.
Season 1 is good. Season 2 is okay. Season 3 is horseshit.
And then it continues to be garbage.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of comic book shows, this is a little bit off topic here, but there was a show that I really wanted to watch, but I never got around to seeing, and it was Happy. It's the one based on that Grant Morrison Image comic. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it.
Grant Morrison?
Don't think I have.
Yeah, it's called Happy. Something about like an out of work or former cop. Alcoholic, drug addict, and all that does work for the mafias and whatnot, killing people and everything. One deal he goes on to try and take care of his hit ends up hitting him like over the head with I think it was a baseball bat, and now he's getting visions from an imaginary animal that actually belongs to a little girl. And the imaginary animal is telling him, "Hey, you have to hurry up and save this girl. She's about to be killed." And it won't leave him alone unless he does it. It's a strange story. I never read the book. Apparently, from what I've heard, it's pretty good. Although I've just never seen this show. So,
all right. Well, and let's see. Stan in chat is saying what they need to do is a Fallout 4 or Fallout movie. I don't know how well that'd go.
You know what? Movies based off of video games have not been handled very well. And I don't know how well this Tomb Raider movie did. I'm just going to go out and assume it didn't do good. Maybe what the goal should be is instead of doing movies, they should do TV shows.
Maybe. I mean, well, Fallout would have a lot. After seeing Igor play the Forest, I now have a theory that Timmy and Sean are 2 characters that are in therapy because their parents outright forgot them. Just for gameplay for those games. But those would make those would have different storylines. I think he also mentioned Red Dead Redemption for a thing, but that's just a Western movie. If they made it.
Maybe. I mean, like, Red Dead Redemption would work, I guess. They did have some success with that animated show, Castlevania. That actually did really well.
Castlevania is awesome.
Yeah, most people love it, and it was only 4 episodes. So,
well, yeah, the only complaint there wasn't enough. Need more.
Well, that and there was no wall chicken.
But still, need more.
Yeah, Although, granted, I can't see. Well, maybe you could do like a series of CG animated Super Mario episodes, but I don't know how well that would work out.
The way you say Mario is so weird to me.
Mario?
Yeah, Mario.
Mario.
And so actually, a Western movie would be like a Clint Eastwood cowboy movie.
Well, they could do this. You know what? What they should do is do like a partnership deal with Westworld, and they'll like film Westworld during the week and then do Red Dead during the weekends or something. Because the set's already there; it's already ready to go.
Oh, that would be actually really cool.
And they could save money, and they can work with HBO and do it would work out.
I would.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know how I feel about any of this. Truth be told, I think one of my biggest problems when it comes to Hollywood is just it really is the unoriginality. Most of the people in Hollywood at this point are just desperate enough to get people to watch their stuff, whether it be their TV shows, their movies, and so on. And so they follow this unfortunate formula that I've noticed been going on for quite a while now, and that is nothing more than literally rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. Not add new content, not add new twists, not add interesting characters, literally just rinse, repeat. If you ever watch any TV show that is comic book based, you'll notice that each fucking season, not just The Walking Dead, but each season, the characters make the same stupid mistakes. One of the reasons why I walked away from the CW TV shows like Arrow, Flash, and even DC's Legend of Tomorrow, aside from the overly cringiness of DC's Legend of Tomorrow, each season was just a repeat of the previous season, with the exception of Arrow's first 2 seasons, Flash's first season, and I'll even argue DC's Legend of Tomorrow first season. These were all really good seasons. This was where the shows were actually good. Unfortunately, running parallel to 2 different shows in seasons 3 and 4 for Arrow made a lot of the writers from Arrow, unfortunately, just repeat the same shit that was happening. Oliver Queen would make a fucking stupid mistake, some stupid rookie mistake, and all of a sudden he's got to relearn this or that. It was just really fucking annoying. But around season, I think 5 or 6, one of the 2, it got good again. You know, it was actually action-packed. We weren't worried about love interest bullshit. We weren't worried about Oliver Queen making the exact same mistakes again. He was actually learning. He was actually moving on, and it was great. And then towards the end of that season, he came back as Green Arrow because he kind of retired. He came back as Green Arrow, but only temporarily for very drastic reasons or for team-up reasons. And it was very interesting. It was actually like he's trying to quit, but keep making excuses to bring him back and so on and so forth. And then the follow-up season, he's making the same fucking mistakes again. And he can't trust his team unless it's John Diggle or Felicity Smoke. And it's just like, Ollie, every fucking season, we've watched you not trust your team, and it always goes wrong because they always find out. What made you think this season was going to be any different? And then you look over at the Flash. Oh, who's the big bad villain? A speedster. Great. So he's the fastest man alive who can't seem to kick the shit out of another speedster. This makes no sense. The shows started to make less and less sense, and then, of course, pandering and propaganda over on fucking Legends of Tomorrow, and it got worse and worse and worse, and I'm fucking done. Hollywood is just consistently giving me the same fucking stories, and I'm fucking done. Like, I lost any interest in any future franchise. Right now, I'm trying to stay pumped for Infinity War, but I feel like I'm not actually excited for Infinity War because I'm just like, we're going to get the same shit, aren't we? It's going to be the same story, but it's just going to have a part 2 to it.
Yeah. I tend to give Hollywood a little bit of a pass on the unoriginal aspect, only because movies these days have become incredibly expensive to make. And I mean incredibly expensive, what with all the special effects and costume designs and multiple directors, because apparently most of these movies these days have controversies where they have to fire the director and hire new ones and everything. So, there's another wrinkle right there. Mm-hmm. So these things have become so incredibly expensive to make that they have become concerned about the next big movie because I don't know, like these things cost like hundreds of millions of dollars to make. And if they don't make that money back in one, ticket sales, and two, being merchandise, then chances are they won't make them again. And so they have to be careful, and they don't take chances. They don't take risks anymore. And unfortunately, I wish they would, because that's when you get the good stuff. One good example is Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a movie that they gave them like next to nothing to make the movie.
Oh God, the movie was good.
But the writing was good, the performances were good, everything was good, and it was all stuff that they've never done before. But it managed to make it work in a way that it was profitable and also good to have. And it made Deadpool a household name. So that's part of the reason why it was so great.
And don't forget that movie also made records because it did everything it did without the Chinese market.
Well, exactly, and that's the other thing that makes it so impressive is that no Chinese market, because that's the other thing that people need to remember. There's two markets. There's the North American market, and then there's the Chinese market, because in China they go out and see a lot of movies, and so that's a big profit aspect. And Deadpool, because you're only allowed to have what PG, and you're not allowed to have anything that's religious, so no like ghosts and spirits and no God, no nothing. Mm-hmm. So, I mean those are the rules. So Deadpool, of course, couldn't go. Neither could Ghostbusters, by the way. But that's okay. They didn't. A lesson needed to be learned with Ghostbusters.
It didn't need the Chinese market. It just needed to die.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Exactly. So, I mean, there are those kind of factors in with Hollywood. I think that they have a reason to be concerned. But also, there's two lessons to learn with Hollywood, and you will have also noticed that there's not that much in the way of sci-fi. That's also died down, and they've had two examples of that. One of which being Jupiter Ascending, which was a dumpster fire of a movie. Lots of money was spent in that, and
it was pretty.
Yeah, but they certainly didn't make their money back, and my God, I feel sorry for them. I'm trying to remember what the other horrible. Oh yeah, Valerian, City of a Thousand Planets, or whatever. That
Another pretty film.
Another pretty film, big budget film, lots of money put into that, didn't make the money back. And Hollywood saw all that, and they took notice, and they're not going to invest all that money in risk taking. Why would they? They need to stay afloat. Too many bad movies will ruin you. That's why Warner Bros. Is in a pretty bad situation. That's why Warner Bros. Needs to get their shit together.
Yep. And speaking of TV franchises based off of other things, Street Fighter TV series based on video game franchise in the works at E1.
Oh, boy.
Why do I feel like it's going to be that other attempt at a Street Fighter movie, the one where it was the Legend of Chun-Li or some bullshit, and it just had really stupid lines like, "You're just like milk, even you have an expiration date." And I'm just like, how is that even clever? That's stupid.
Well, apparently they got the team that was behind the live-action web series Street Fighter Assassin's Fist to executive produce it. So they already have someone who's worked with this series in that way before. And the plot line is Street Fighter series will draw on the game's World Warrior story arc, introduced in the 1991 Street Fighter II, the World Warrior sequel to the original game as a jumping off point. It's going to center around Ryu, Ken, Guile, and Chun-Li.
See, I mentioned this before, but I think that the best Street Fighter film adaptation was Street Fighter II, the animated movie. And that movie, you can watch it today, and it still holds up. I mean, graphically, like, because it's all hand-drawn, cel-shaded, that's sort of aged not as gracefully, but, I mean, it's still very good. And it's one of those movies where I watch and I feel like I need to work out. I mean, if I want to get pumped, I watch Street Fighter.
Chad is saying there should be a rule: you suggest a Street Fighter movie, you actually get punched in the face.
Yeah, honestly, like, okay, the first Street Fighter movie was very cheesy, very entertaining, but very, very fucking cheesy. Who doesn't love Raul Julia as M. Bison? I don't know a single person who did not get a kick out of that character. Everybody also loved the Zangief in that fucking movie. Like, I think the only thing that made the movie garbage were the good guys, really. Like Jean-Claude Van Damme as fucking Guile made zero sense. Making E Honda a Hawaiian instead of Japanese made no sense. Balrog just being an old man and a good guy made no sense. Like, there were so many problems with the movie from the start, but it's still one of those old 90s movies that you could sit back, watch, be entertained with, and actually not really have a problem, because it's cheesy. It's really fucking cheesy. But that's what makes it entertaining, is how bad it is. It's one of those very ironic things. Like, it was a shit story. It was a shit storm of a movie, but it was surprisingly good. Like, you could actually sit back and enjoy yourself while watching it. And then the second attempt for a Street Fighter movie with, you know, them trying to just grasp onto the fame of that chick from Smallville, that was a train wreck and a half. It wasn't even attempting to be cheesy. They were actually trying to be serious. Yeah. And I was just like, what the fuck? So yeah, anytime you suggest a Street Fighter movie after that train wreck, I'm gonna say you're gonna get a fucking Hadouken straight to the goddamn jaw.
Well, yeah, and this is a TV show. It's gonna essentially take the plot of the first movie as a jumping off point, if not just be a reboot and just use that plot all over again from the sounds of it.
True.
So, I mean, it could be decent. Maybe.
Like, I'll give it a shot. I mean, if they actually put some effort into it and they try to make it a good movie, I mean, it's possible. I mean, I'm not gonna. Thank you, TV show. I'm not gonna, say that they can't do it. It is possible. Like, if anyone here has ever seen that, I'm pretty sure you all have, that Power / Rangers short film on YouTube.
Shattered Grid, yeah.
Wait, Shattered Grid? Yeah. I'm talking about that gritty one.
The ones with James Vanderbeek. Gotcha.
Yeah, that one. That was such a really great, faithful, gritty version of Power Rangers, and it worked so well. That's because they had enough of the right people in there to make it work, and enough visionaries. It's entirely possible to make it work. If that team had the money and the budget to make a series, it would have been an epic Power Ranger series. So who knows? Granted, those people who did that are the ones who made the Castlevania series. So, I mean, I'd like to see the effort put in that as well. So we'll see.
Yeah. We will definitely see with that. And it's in production, so no one knows when it's going to come out. But, yeah. Sure. So, anyone else have a news story?
Samaj, you got anything for us? Or are we going to keep moving with the Deadpool ball?
Well, we can keep moving with the Deadpool ball. I didn't set up any stories. I'm the last minute co-host, so what else we got? Is there more Deadpool? Oh?
We got a little bit more Deadpool in the form of the internet kind of losing their shit over this. Gal Gadot throws shade on Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool 2 X-Force pose. I'm not kidding you. Before I get into the actual fucking the article itself, it's just Gal had retweeted a picture of the X-Force pose, and it says, "Dude stole my look," with a winky face, a smiling devil, and I think it's a woman gesturing not okay. And she was specifically tagging Reynolds in that. But then the internet decided, oh, okay, I guess let's kind of make a funny thing. And I'm just like, all right, fine. It seems to be a trend for superheroes to make an X with their arms these days, most recently with Deadpool doing it in the sequel's latest trailer of to signify X-Force. Now, mind you, I went with this one because there was another Deadpool article that was legitimately somebody trying to say that this is a movie that leads into X-Force. And I was about to backhand the fuck out of whoever the hell wrote that article, because in the trailer, he clearly states, we're going to call this team X-Force. Yeah, it's a lead into X-Force, the movie, because it's the fucking X-Force, the movie origin, but it's just going to be another Deadpool, you fucking morons. Anyways. But let's not forget, it all started in Wonder Woman when the titular DC hero iconically crossed her arms to bring out the power of her bracelets, and again in Black Panther by Marvel Comics hero throughout his hugely successful film. Really, hugely successful film. I will say it did fantastic in numbers, but let's not get ahead of ourselves here, Hollywood.
Numbers is success. Fucking stupid.
Yes, I'm not saying that it wasn't a success. I'm saying that it could become a non-success later on when it gets trashed by people who are not afraid to trash it.
Oh no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that in Hollywood, numbers is success, so they don't care, man.
Yeah, as long as the movie has the numbers.
Fair enough.
They consider it a success. If we can consider it as shitty as it is, but
okay, so BVS was a success then?
According to the box office, yeah, why not?
Ugh, all right, fine. Well, Gal Gadot, who plays Diana Prince, wasn't going to let Ryan Reynolds' Merc with a mouth get off lightly for stealing her signature pose.
Fuck off, Gal Gadot. Go back to Israel and get shot in the face, you stupid cunt. How fucking dumb are you? Jesus Christ, read a comic, lady.
Okay. So you went dark on us.
I'm hurting, and now I have to listen to Poopy.
Well, okay. Here's again in Gal's defense, she was making a joke, but the person who decided to write this article decided, let's take the joke and make it serious.
Fuck off.
Tweeting out a picture of the obscenity-fueled fourth wall-breaking mutant. He's a mutate. I will smack the shit out of anyone who fights me on this. Godot captured it with Dude Stole My Look, making it clear that she donned the pose before he did. I'm going to backhand so many people because of this. There's a good chance that Deadpool is actually referencing Wonder Woman's iconic pose on purpose, as he's very aware of everything going on around him. And yes, that includes other superhero blockbuster movies. It just so happens that it symbolizes his newly formed team perfectly.
He made a joke in the first Deadpool trailer that we got in regards to like CG on Cable's arm, and says it's not like we're removing a mustache. Like, that was fucking brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's entirely possible. And no one made a fucking stink over that.
Wait a second. What are you showing me here, Samaj?
This is just some, early pictures that people speculating. This has nothing to do with the movie. It's just don't worry. That's not actually.
That's the anime version.
No, that's from the video game.
No, because I'm getting genuinely upset because here it is, and these are the characters. Like, obviously that the Deadpool is the movie Deadpool and stuff. And I'm just like, do you have any idea how iconic this would be if you actually got these four in the background in the movie, which technically they are, but as they're supposed to be? Because when I watched the trailer, I'm like, why does Josh Brolin not look like he's even remotely as tall as Ryan Reynolds in the trailer? It's starting to worry me.
I think you should have been more triggered in why is Domino not black?
No. Again, as I have to explain to people, I don't give a flying fuck about shit like that. It's not that big of a deal. My upsetting with the Domino thing is the effects makeup on her fucking eye still looks terrible. They clean it up a little bit in the fucking movie, and it doesn't look like they just slapped on a piece of bologna on her fucking left eye. But still, it looks terrible because it's very confusing.
That, and a little bit more on the subject of Domino, like her skin actually going completely white. I don't think they'll do that for this actress.
Oh, it's so annoying though.
Unless, of course, she was born white and then mutated her skin black.
No. That's literally how she was born. Again, as I've explained to people when it comes to Domino and mutants in general, sometimes you're destined to become a mutant whether you like it or not. And even if you don't develop superpowers, you are born as a mutant. For example, before Nightcrawler was able to actually teleport from one place to another, he was simply born with blue skin, 2 toes on each foot, 3 fingers on each hand, the tail, and looking like a small blue demon. That's the way he looked. He was destined, because he was a mutant.
And that's why Mystique threw him off the cliff.
That wasn't actually the reason why Mystique threw him off the cliff, but that is, bless you, that is one of the stories. In many stories, Mystique had to give up Kurt because she couldn't actually raise the child because it was an obvious giveaway and everybody would have hunted her. There's a lot of different stories as to what happened, but yeah, throwing him off the cliff was a really fucked up one. As for Domino, she was born with bleached white skin. She legitimately was born with this skin. The black spot on her eye came later. I think in some stories she legitimately was born with the black spot as well. But this was actually part of her mutation. It was an obvious sign she was going to be a mutant. As to what kind was fucking mind-blowing because she alters probability around her all the time. Well, not all the time, but still.
As long as she acts on it.
Not always. She doesn't have to act on it sometimes.
Not anymore.
There's a lot of times where things will go bad for her, and she'll like lose a clip for a gun, and it'll fall. Like there's actually an issue I have where she loses the clip to her gun, and or one of the magazines. It falls. It goes into this building and everything like that, and through a series of events that actually leads her to assassinate her final kill. She's completely out of ammo, and the guy thinks he has her dead to rights, and then all of a sudden that missing clip comes flying down, gets inside her gun, and boom, she has ammunition again.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, man. Fucking awesome.
This is a great little picture depicting the differences between the comic book version and the movie version. So that's
Domino black? I forgot that.
Yeah, but no one's making a fuss over that, which is it's not really that big of a deal, but it is a factor. So
I just think it's a design fail. Like I like the design of the original.
I do too, but you'll notice that there's this little habit where they take actors from Fox and they eventually bring them back over to Disney to do stuff like Chris Evans, who used to play Johnny Storm. He ends up playing Captain America, and so he did a better job. Well, you could say better. I think he did a good job in both, but he's more known for Captain America. And then forget the name of the actor who played Johnny Storm in the Fan Four Stick, but he played Killmonger in Black Panther and killed it in that role.
I got the Batman in the chat being a smart ass.
Michael B. Jordan.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Speaking of Michael B. Jordan, did you hear about that girl who got so excited watching him in the movie that she literally broke her retainer?
No, that's fucking hilarious.
She was so fucking excited watching him on there when like the shirt came off and he's fighting to become the king of Wakanda. She was so excited that she literally clamped down. Like she like grit her teeth or something, and she ended up breaking her retainer.
Wow.
It fell out of place and she did that, but and she actually tweeted about that, and Michael B. Jordan actually said to her, I'll pay for a replacement.
Wow.
So it's stuff like that makes you go, oh, okay, all right, you guys are great. So it was a small story. It was a little Twitter story, but
that's impressive.
Well, a lot of these actors, they end up doing great things. Like the most noticeable thing you'll notice for most Marvel actors is that for promotion, I guess, they almost always visit a children's hospital.
Well, yeah, it's a good promotion, and it makes the kids happy, it gets the studio good publicity for the movie, and overall, it's just a good thing to do.
Yeah. So I actually want to address something that's kind of going on in the chat right now. It's one, The Batman is in the chat, basically, talking shit, saying like, some mutants are born looking human, but then they change later. Duh, Batman. I'm a massive X-Men fan. I know about that. But then Bruni actually brings up a very interesting comment about how everyone loses their shit anytime Hollywood whitewashes, essentially, a black character and puts a white actor in their place in some way, shape, or form. And obviously, we could say that this goes to like Asian characters, Middle Eastern, so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. But it's perfectly okay to take a predominantly white character and make a black actor play them. Example, Domino, Heimdall, shit like that. Somehow it's, the double standard and everything like that. And I actually did legitimately have an argument with, I guess you could say they're a friend, but I had an argument with somebody on Facebook about this a couple of years ago. And when I presented that idea, I said, so you throw a fit if Hollywood casts a white actor to play a semi-white character, even if they're not 100% white. Let's say they're just, Asian mixed or something like that. You throw a fucking fit. But I'm not allowed to throw a fit because Heimdall's played by Idris Elba. And he was just like, yes. And I was just like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. That's a double standard. That's bullshit. And you know it. And he said, no, that's just evening the playing field. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, it's the but my representation argument. According to them, white people have no culture. So therefore, it's not a big deal if a white character in, say, a comic book is now played by a black actor. Because, well, what does it matter where the skin color is? And that's the argument you're going to hear. But take the whole hissy fit people had over ScarJo playing that one character, play that one anime character.
Oh, the
Major.
Yeah, it goes in the show.
The Major. Yeah, it goes in the show. The Major. Yes,
when she played the Major. Take their reaction to that. When they lost their fucking shit that a character, mind you, the body she chose was a Western sex bot, so therefore white in the manga, so the character is being portrayed as the character was in the source material, but they lost their shit that it wasn't an Asian actor playing that character.
Yeah, it confuses me even more because of the fact that, like, all right, so people will throw a bitch fit because Scarlett Johansson is playing the Major. And then you look over at the people in Japan where this damn story came from. And there's a lot of people in Japan who are basically saying, oh, wow, she looks just like the character. Oh, wow, I'm really happy for her. She looks like she's actually going to have a lot of fun. I can't wait to see this movie, blah, blah, blah. No one in Japan gave a flying fuck. And then you look over at the actual creator of the property. And he's saying, I actually put her name in the fucking hat because she's the one I really wanted to play my character. Oh, so he actually suggested her.
But still, it's whitewashing, even if it was a white character to begin with.
Yeah, and so even if the creator says this, it's fucking stupid again.
Mm-hmm. But even if the creator likes it, they don't care because they have to virtue signal. So they're more happy with the, look, Domino's a strong black woman, even though the character was white to begin with. But okay, yeah, sure. Strong black woman, because you need representation. Uh-huh.
I need this woman in my bed.
What?
You need any woman in your bed, Samaj.
That could be.
Yeah, I wonder why. I think she has some pretty good personality there.
From every angle.
Personality, that's what you're talking about?
Uh-huh, yeah. She's got great plot.
Are you sure you're not referring to two assets?
Hey, she's probably got some really good assets, but the plot that she's laying down real thick is just it's uncanny. It's really hard to miss.
Look, who cares about her intelligence? I mean, who cares if she has like a pair of double C's or double D report cards? I'm sure she's fine.
You just turned this dirty, Samaj. You ruined it. You made this a very dirty thing. You sexualized her, you monster.
It's been 8 years. I have the fucking rights.
Turn her black before you do it next time.
Yeah. Do we have any more bitching about Domino? I don't really have any much in the way of bitching, because what will probably happen is that once the merger goes through, Disney will probably reboot the Deadpool franchise. I'm pretty sure they're going to keep Ryan Reynolds though.
Oh, at this point, I think they have to.
Josh Brolin.
Good.
Yeah.
I say
Josh Brolin. Oh, sorry. Go for it.
Goddamn stupid lag. Go ahead.
Josh Brolin would still probably be playing Cable. I hope that he does a great job. But if he does a shitty job, I'll be like, Disney will reboot him.
Yeah, this is the problem. Well, not the only problem, but one of the issues I'm definitely hoping does not actually come about is just terrible acting. I really hope that Josh Brolin actually gives a really good performance as Cable, because not only is he a personal favorite of mine from a long time ago. I've always loved Cable. Who doesn't love the time traveling egomaniac with scars over his left eye, a cybernetic arm on his left for his entire left arm, and big fucking laser guns? That is a cool fucking dude. And then to find out that he's a powerful fucking psychic, quite possibly one of the most powerful psychics, it's just this dude is built to kill everything.
Well, not just that. I mean, the way he looks and all that, he's the embodiment of the 90s. Mm-hmm. And I'm yeah. My only problem with the movie is he doesn't look nearly as colorful as he does in the comics. But, yeah. I mean, that's a Fox thing.
Mm-hmm, true. But no, I don't have any more real issues with the Domino thing, just because truthfully it's not that big of a deal. Does it suck? Yeah, because I don't get the Domino I thought I was gonna get. I could totally see a bunch of different actresses who would fit really well to play that character and stuff. But in all honesty, it's not that big of a deal, because my biggest irritation right now isn't that Domino isn't being played by a white chick who with bleached skin. It's that Vanessa is still not a blue cat looking lady.
She's not copycat.
She's not copycat, and it's pissing me off, man. Do you not know anything about Deadpool? She's supposed to have pointy ears, cat-like features in the face, claws, kinda. I mean, they look like claws if she tries to actually claw at you and shit. But then again, that just could be a manicure design. And she could copy the appearance of other people. And it's upsetting me. It's upsetting me because I don't get my blue cat lady. I don't get copycat. And it's just look, you already fucked with me with Negasonic, you sons of bitches, all right? I've accepted this weird combination of Negasonic, Teenage Warhead, and fucking Cannonball. Give me the correct copycat, or I swear I will come down there and dick slap the lot of you. Mm. See, she's supposed to look like this, and she doesn't.
You can make them blue brackets, because then you are supporting the police.
Doesn't she?
That's anti-black.
Doesn't she have a side effect to her powers? If she stays in the one form for too long, she starts to forget herself?
Yeah, that's actually one of the big major side effects of her actual powers. Is if she stays at because there's actual issues about this. When she stays as Domino for far too long, she starts to legitimately believe that she is Nina Thurman. And so when that starts to happen, she eventually has to transform and take a new form, or she just stays her blue form and everything like that. And that's the part that's just massively upsetting for me. I understand it's a Deadpool movie, but for fuck's sake, will you just give me copycat, you sons of bitches?
Has it been so long since you've gotten laid that you just want a blue? You want
She's hot.
Blue cat chick?
I want to fuck a blue cat chick. Yes.
Who doesn't want to fuck a cat chick? And blue? Why not? Smurf cat. Fine.
Yes.
Smurf cat.
I would like to fuck a blue Smurf cat.
Yes.
Thing.
It could just be that maybe she actually has been in this form for so long that she forgot herself.
Maybe.
if they explain it that way. Although I don't know, they've introduced her like this for one movie already. There's no real hint that they would go in that direction. But I mean,
to be fair, the end of the last movie, she was in that chamber, and they did have it on, and it did state that a lot of people's mutant abilities were triggered by life-threatening situations. We could end up getting copycat.
Well, I think one of my problems is that in the movie, Deadpool is not an actual mutant. He's a mutate. He was never born with these healing abilities and stuff. But in the movie, technically, yeah, they decided to make him a mutant because I guess if they went with the word mutate, then that would actually give the idea of like, oh yeah, so this is basically breaking the script or the contract, whatever the case was. Mm-hmm. So it's not that big of a deal. But yes, still at the same time, if that was the case with Vanessa and the damn thing was on, then it should have triggered her mutant abilities, which means we should get a freaking copycat, blue-skinned, hooker-looking chick in this movie. And if I don't, I'm raging on Hollywood.
I want to see a blue hooker.
You want to see a blue hooker?
I want to see a blue hooker, yes.
Let's see blue hookers.
Yes. Who doesn't want to? Look at this. Look at the design, the detail, the blueness. I just want to stick my dick in a blue person. I think that's what I really want. I do. I want to lick it like a popsicle.
Blueberry pie. Delicious.
Does someone have to pre-warn the Smurf Village before you would go anywhere near their Brachus?
Oh, there's only one. There's only 2 Smurf girls. It's okay.
Yeah, but one of them's not so much blue, I think.
The blue.
Oh. No, but I mean, Brachus has me kind of convinced. I'm like, yeah, a blue chick, yeah, I can get behind that. But then again, 8 years.
8 years? What do you mean?
Samaj, I'm pretty sure if a woman walked up to you and said, let's do it, you wouldn't care if they were blue or whatever skin color they were, as long as you got laid.
But if they were blue, it would be extra crits.
True.
I don't know. But maybe one of their concerns was because they thought, well, we already have Blue Lady and Mystique. And they thought, it might oversaturate the market. Can't
you know what?
Me.
That was the same bullshit excuse I got for why Nightcrawler decided to just disappear for X3. So, no, I'm sorry. No more of those excuses.
Isn't that the same reason they changed the coloring on one of the characters from Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yandu? What?
No, the muscular guy. I'm blanking on the name at the moment.
Drax?
Oh,
Yeah.
they almost completely changed Drax because if you actually look into his character, Drax the Destroyer was a legitimate engineered superhuman, essentially. Like, he is supposed to be the genetically created for the purposes of, like, taking down Thanos and being a badass superhero throughout the galaxy, similar to that of, like, Hyperion or the Sentry, or even, like, an answer for Superman kind of thing. Although I think he's supposed to be less powerful in scale.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he's supposed to have super strength, flight, super speed, all kinds of different things. And then Drax was actually nothing more than a shell for the actual person who lives inside of Drax's body, because technically Drax is a bio cyborg. There was actually a man who died in a car accident that also killed his wife and child, who was essentially reborn as Drax the Destroyer. Then later on, as the stories progressed, they eventually altered the story a bit, but they kept to the whole he is created, he's not born type thing. But then I think it was the cartoon show that followed, I want to say the Avengers cartoon, where they altered him to where he was actually, he comes from a race of people that are super strong, super badass, like the ultimate killers in the galaxy kind of thing. He lost his speed and his flight and everything like that. He's just this fucking annihilating orc-like being who is also the hired bodyguard for Gamora. So they already changed Drax so much that changing his actual skin tone for the movie, no one gave a shit about.
Well, I know no one gave a shit about, but I thought, that's a good coloring. But I thought that was the reasoning of not having him green, because you'd have him in the same universe as Hulk. especially for the movies. So by having him
man.
green and Hulk green, it would have, they made him more purpley to give him, Baby Groot.
Baby Groot is all the ladies' attention.
Baby Groot is adorable.
I hate Baby Groot. He's cute, but he's just there to be like look, this is a cute thing. It's not necessary. It's just cute. Oh, I hate you when you throw cute stuff into movies.
How could you hate cute stuff?
Because they are just there to take your attention away. Like, it doesn't serve a purpose. Everything has to serve a purpose.
Okay, fair enough.
Fair enough, but you can't deny Baby Groot running off.
It is cute. It is cute. I won't say it's not cute. I think it's cute, but ultimately it doesn't serve a purpose, and that it's just unnecessary to make people go, oh, it's like when kids win like X Factor and shit like that. American Got Talent, they're just there to serve the, oh, that's good. Fuck kids. I didn't mean that. I like kids.
Still, Baby Groot's so adorable. And I wish they'd actually make a real dancing Groot toy, because I'd buy the shit out of that.
Well, they have so many Groot-related merchandise out there. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's also annoying.
It is also annoying. But we get Teenage Groot in Avengers, so I mean that's coming up.
All right. Oh, apparently we're supposed to segue into the next article.
Fair enough.
Apparently, since we're on the Hollywood theme, look, more Hollywood stories. Pacific Rim Uprising has dethroned Black Panther at the box office.
Has it now?
Wow.
I am both excited and very disappointed.
Was it good?
Let me tell you this. Essentially, Pacific Rim 2 became a huge advertisement for the toys. And a lot of, but that's not to say it's a soulless movie. There are certainly a lot of elements within it that was really, really good. But then for some reason, they didn't focus on that. They focused on how cool all this stuff was and everything. And I'm like, you guys have this awesome plot going on here, but that's not what we're going to address. Or someone just died, and instead of feeling mournful and whatnot, it's like they're almost immediately going to go out and do their other thing. I'm like, I kind of feel like you're all dodging the important stuff.
Oh, you mean like what happened with the death of Han Solo, where absolutely no one apparently mourns his fucking death.
Or at least if they do, they hug the wrong person.
Yeah.
Let's hug this new chick, and not Chewie.
How's one hug not enough? That's enough for me. This is fine. We only knew him for many, many years.
On the plus, okay, I did want to say this. So on the plus side with the Pacific Rim movie, if it starts off a trend of giant robot versus monster movies, I'm okay with that because I fucking love that genre and I want it to come back. And if this is a gateway, okay, great. I'll let it be, but I pray to God it doesn't become like Transformers and just become a mindless CG action flick to sell toys.
It looks way too colorful in the trailer and such. The new Pacific Rim. Yeah,
from the article, apparently critics have basically this film took a pounding from critics, and audiences have given it a B for cinema scores. So it looks like audiences are liking the kaiju versus monster beat 'em up thing. Meanwhile, critics not so much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Smudge, you've seen the movie, right?
I have seen the movie.
I'm gonna have a few questions. Continue, Red.
Well, I don't know. Does anyone care about spoilers?
No. Go for it.
I don't.
All right. Did you want to ask a question now while you can?
Yeah, okay. That is Gypsy Danger, correct?
No, it's in this one he's called Gypsy Avenger.
Okay, pissed off already. what happened to the initial pilot of the Gypsy Danger? Because the movie seems to show that John Boyega is the son of Idris Elba's character from the first one, and it's several years later, and the trailer never once hinted at Charlie Hunnam's character. So I'm just wondering, do they even mention him?
No.
Oh,
but we get Margot, but they don't even talk about him. They don't even mention him.
Very pissed off now.
Well, yeah, I was hoping he'd make an appearance or something, but no, he never did. Marco's in there, but I mean that's about it.
Oh yeah, no, because fuck me, right? Like, you know, I like movies that are sequels to stick to their continuity, and I was very worried that they weren't sticking to too much continuity. No, apparently they were sticking to continuity, but fuck one of their major characters from the first movie. Like, you know, no, we don't care about the white guy.
I don't get why they decided to make it look so bright. I really liked the darkened tone of the first one with the neon lights sticking out really in the dark, and now it's just so fucking light. It looks like plastic toys fighting.
Well, that's sort of the idea. But to be fair, though, I mean, the first movie was, you could say dark, but it was also colorful. Yeah, because there was that whole fight scene in, like, what was it, Japan or something? And all those neons. China. It had all those neon signs, but it looked so cool. It was very, very colorful.
Because they darkened the background, so the neon signs really stuck out.
But it was pretty good. I will also say this: for some bizarre reason, the Jaegers and the Kaiju move a lot faster than they did in the first movie. The first movie they move slower because they're literally huge objects moving through the air and the sky, all that kind of stuff. That size will cause more drag, and so everything would move a lot slower because of the air. In this one, they're moving pretty darn fast, and it's a little jarring, especially when they start going through buildings and everything.
Look, I would rather have a prequel movie to the first Pacific Rim where you follow the Soviet robot.
That actually could happen. Like I said, there's a very real possibility for a series of franchise movies, and I hope that they would go forward with the original idea, which was supposed to actually have a crossover with Godzilla.
Oh my god. With the whole, will it then be the monster universe? They have the King Kong and Godzilla universe, or would it be their own thing?
What they were thinking is that probably like the drift or whatever, the portal would re-enter, but they would use it through different means, through different universes, and one of which would have Godzilla. And so they would open up a wormhole through other dimensions and other worlds, and then do it that way. So they'd have to close it up and try to get Godzilla back home.
You know what? I'm just I think this is solidifying all this information that you guys are throwing out here. That little crossover that they want to do, all that shit. This is gonna murder the kaiju and giant robot fucking franchise before it even really has a chance to continue.
I don't know, maybe we could get a good film with the robots from Pacific Rim versus Godzilla. That could actually be an entertaining film.
Versus King Kong, the new one, which is giant. I fucking love the new King Kong.
I did like the King Kong movie. Did I ever tell you guys that I didn't get the job, but I was almost hired to do the toys?
What?
Make promotion, do promotional art for the toy?
Holy shit.
You guys are... Schmeckle knows this. I keep bragging about it all the time, but no, it was one of those things. They talked.
Finally, fucking Rob. God damn it, dude.
But what the fuck? Finally, dude. I was just invited for next week.
I don't give
what
a
the
fucking
fuck. Finally, are you talking about, Brockus? You're out of your goddamn mind.
Shut your whore mouth. Anyways, we're talking about giant robots and kaiju, and fucking Samaj was telling us about something that he was bragging about, and I want to hear it. So shush.
It's okay. It didn't happen. I mean, my name was thrown around, but that was about it. But it was one of those things like, hey. So I was hoping I'd have more art related to kaijus and giant robots. That way I could say, oh yeah, I could totally do this. And I never got around to do that because I'm too busy making thumbnails for the Cunt stream. Lord knows that'll progress my career.
Yeah, you should have made a giant robot for Stephen Hawking to control.
A giant wheelchair.
Yeah, he's already good at controlling machinery, like with his eyes and tongue and shit. He could have done it.
Rob, I actually wanted to get another dude perspective on somebody who grew up in the same era as the giant robots and kaijus, fucking anime, and all kinds of like shit everywhere. What do you think of the latest Pacific Rim movie?
I have not seen it yet.
Okay.
However, I am excited to see it.
Have you been listening to the Cunt stream on what we've been talking about?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay.
What I missed. I know. Catch me up.
Well, apparently,
Well, it's apparently
they're talking about a crossover for fucking Godzilla.
Oh yeah, that was and they're supposed to cross it over with King Kong too.
Ooh.
That's Godzilla versus King Kong coming to 2020.
Yeah, I think that was the first one they were going to do. They were going to do Godzilla versus King Kong, and then have it with the Pacific Rim, which is fine. I'm okay.
Okay, but here's where I'm actually annoyed with this. Okay, Pacific Rim / Godzilla, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. How does that make sense when Godzilla clearly lives in our time now, and the fucking Jaegers of Pacific Rim exist a few decades from now?
Yeah, and
Wormhole.
Dimensional.
Godzilla Reawakens.
Yeah, dimensional
well, he is
wormhole.
supposed to be the protector. He wouldn't fight the giant robots. He'd fight the kaiju.
Yeah, he would fight the kaiju. He wouldn't fight anything except for basically King Kong being a fucking asshole in New York City or Tokyo, wherever the fuck they decide to throw that shit around, which I am excited for. I'm not a King Kong fan, but I'm a Godzilla fan.
The new King Kong movie completely turned me around to King Kong because he's fucking awesome and he's gonna be fucking giant, and they explain why he's gonna be giant.
Well, the reason I thought they were still planning a crossover was because the beasts, the evil beasts that are in King Kong, aren't they the same ones that are in Godzilla? The same type of like fucking weird ass creature.
No, not by look at all. But they could, because they all come from underground.
Oh, no. Okay, I get what you're saying. Well, here's the thing. Kaiju is just a Japanese word for giant monster. That's it. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Because technically any giant monster film from like back in the black and white days, or even like, a few years ago, shit like that, those are all technically kaiju, and they would be labeled as kaiju movies even in Japan, despite being made here in America or wherever the fuck they made it and shit. It doesn't actually matter. They're all kaiju. So technically Godzilla is kaiju, but he's not the same kaiju from Pacific Rim. They come from an alternate dimension. They come from a different realm. But they did say in the first Pacific Rim that the original kaiju that came to our world were the dinosaurs. So there could be a slight link there anyway.
Wait, so dinosaurs are aliens?
Essentially, that's what they were saying.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. But since we were talking about...
Well,
what?
it just said that the evil kaiju in Godzilla like immediately reminded, when I saw King Kong, it immediately reminded me of those things. I thought they looked like really similar, and I haven't double checked, but
okay.
If they're doing a crossover, couldn't they technically like be just about the same, the same type of creature?
They like, I can see they don't look that much similar, but they both come from underground in both movies, so that would also explain. Like, there's all of the things come from underground in the new Godzilla kaiju universe.
So it's just like the the extremely long limbs and shit. And...
Yeah, but the ones from Godzilla are more insect-like.
I gotcha.
All right. I guess we have to move on to a sadder story now. How many of you have heard about the teenage boy who accidentally shot himself while on a live stream?
Actually,
no.
there are. I looked into that yesterday because we had AW in the chat kind of throwing a fit. Not necessarily with us, but he was just mad in general because nobody was looking into the story. So I did a little investigation while we were still on the stream, and it turns out there is an actual reason. It has yet to be revealed because he left a suicide note outside of his room. Just moments before he pulled the trigger, his mom had found the note opened it up, and then opened the door as he pulled the trigger.
Okay,
And-
according to
that's
this article,
fucking horrifying, man.
according to this article that I found, they're saying it was accidental and the door was locked and the mom had to break down the door.
Really? That's not what I found in my article. But then again, you could be finding something else that's actually come out in the last several hours, because the article I had found was fresh from the very same day it had actually happened. And it said that there was a suicide note, and the mom had basically barged in moments before he had pulled the trigger. And there was an actual reason, but the reason is in the note, and she has yet to reveal what was actually in the note. That was what I had found out, but like there's probably more on your end with this information.
Can you link the article?
I'll get the articles I found. I found a New York Post and another one.
Okay.
Yes. Over for you guys. You can see. It's just a weird thing with dates, because all the articles are saying April 12th, 2017 for this one. This could be a different one. This is what comes up when you look at. It's the only thing that comes up for news. Double check news over here. So my different case.
Dude, that is a fucking dark live stream.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
one
the
is
only
rated.
one that's showing up. So if there's another case of it for suicide, that story is not coming up. I can only find the one from I guess last year, where there was the kid with Instagram Live. Is the only one I know.
Oh,
You know, on YouTube,
okay.
they keep the video up for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Before
this
taking
isn't-
it down.
This is not the same story that I had
Not the
found.
same one
actually.
then? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then you'll have to find the one you found, because that's the one I'm finding. There doesn't seem to be any news stories about the kid who committed suicide on a live stream. I'm finding one about the kid who accidentally shot himself.
Okay, let me see if I can. Actually, when I was looking into this information, I found out that there apparently was this really stupid fucking trend for a lot of underage kids committing suicide on live streams. No joke. There was an actual suicide pact kind of thing. Like it was this sort of chain letter that was going around, and you had to complete every task on the letter. And then the final task is you have to live stream your own death. There were, as I was looking at the different articles, at least a link to this thing.
Oh, I see. If you Google that, you get a lot of kids committing suicide in a very short span of time.
Yeah.
Well, that's comfortable. Yay. Hooray!
Hooray, current year.
Woohoo!
Oh, that's the difference.
Oh,
It comes
dude,
up as man,
that's just
not
sad.
kid.
Being
Okay.
accidental. No. I typed in the wrong.
Let's see if that's right. I
Dude.
think I found
Oh
it.
man.
I think I found it. A&W, thank you. Apparently, you have to include the date. That was my mistake. If you don't include the date, you do not get the correct article. You get the wrong case.
Wow.
Okay.
There you go.
And
And there's the two.
That's
I
the
think
new
I actually
one?
found it.
He's struggling.
Yeah, that's the difference. Some are reporting it as man reportedly commit suicide, and others are saying boy because the kid was 18. So it's
yeah, because this is not the same article I found. Story I had found, and yes, there was a suicide note. There is a reason, but it has yet to be officially released as to why he did it. The mother literally watched her son do this to himself, and no, this wasn't an accident. This was intentional. My guess, if I had to guess anything with this story, I would say that he was unfortunately disturbed in the head. Like he basically had something going on that he just couldn't cope with, and there was no cure. There was no real quick fix kind of thing. And there's a chance that maybe, because there's no actual information as far as I've seen, about this kid's history and stuff. It could be he has one of those conditions that is just incurable, and he had to suffer consistently every single day. Now, that's just one theory. Another theory is this could be linked to the bullshit that happened a couple of years ago with all the other kids that were killing themselves.
Yeah, but like, seriously, why would you think live streaming your own suicide is a good idea?
Dude, kids thought that fucking eating Tide Pods was a good idea. Come on.
Yeah,
I mean,
at least Tide Pods, it was only this dumb, the stupid ones ate the Tide Pods. The smarter one of the dumb ones went, haha, that's a funny meme, bro. No, I'm not eating that.
A kind of stupidity as well to shoot yourself on a live stream.
The Darwin Awards has steep competition that year. I'll tell you that much.
And Brockus wants to go kill a dog.
Progress is a dog.
Are you trying to steal Cunt's job now?
No. Yeah, a little bit. He has to know it every day. Otherwise, he gets full of himself.
Ah.
You have to keep him down.
Wouldn't want that ego to get too big.
Exactly. He's big enough as he is already.
All right. Let's go back to the Hollywood thing. So, it's horrible that this kid killed himself, but I want to talk about something slightly happier.
Good.
Okay.
And Cunt's here.
Yay!
well, God fucking damn this dog!
Sup, bitches?
Hey, Cunt.
Hi. Late.
See, now, Brockus, you can bitch at Cunt for being late. Go for it. We're all waiting.
No, don't go for it, because I've already had a long enough fucking day. I was stuck in traffic, so you can go and fuck yourself if you want to bitch about me being late.
Oh, I
was
don't
gonna
want
bitch about you being late.
Don't fight, children. Don't fight.
Kadun, if you forget
trouble?
that I actually used law.
No, I know. I remember you used to work there with me.
Yeah, about it. Okay, so no. If we want to talk to something lighter on the I know the goddamn horrors of that road. Doesn't matter which way you go, you're fucked.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of monkeys, we were talking about monkeys earlier. There's actually an article. I thought it was kind of funny, something a little lighthearted that we could talk about. Photos and videos of a monkey with freakishly human-like face has gone viral in Chinese social media. There's an actual picture of a monkey making this very what the fuck looking face, and it has gone crazy on the internet.
We have to see this.
Oh, it's so cute.
I want to see this face.
We have to see this. Find it. Screen share it.
Thinking about it freaks me out.
Let
us look.
This is the monkey.
He looks like he just saw something, and he
Yes,
doesn't know
right?
what to think. Like
there's an old Chinese man who pulled out his dick just to basically like, hey, look, monkey, I got a penis too.
That looks photoshopped.
It looks photoshopped, and then we have an actual video confirming this. You're not going to hear anything, but
oh my god, it's real.
Oh my god.
Yep.
He just has the most photoshopped face.
I wonder what it saw. What did
I'm
it
so
see?
surprised.
What did it see and constantly look at it? Oh, it has PTSD.
You don't want to know the shit it's seen at that zoo. It has seen some horrors that it's now forever going, what the fuck is going on?
It
I watched my mom blow
blow
my uncle and my nephew. It was weird.
Well, for all we know, this is the equivalent of the Monkey's World's version of Down syndrome.
Right.
It knows it's gonna die soon.
Yeah, it's like I'm old.
Yeah.
The fuck? What happened?
It knows what's coming for it.
Yeah, someone told it it only lives 20 years, and it's
I'm gonna
18.
murder this fucking dog.
Why are you murdering dogs now?
Don't commit suicide.
Because-
Virus.
I was trying to stay in the garage, but somebody decided to come into the garage and be a little too noisy, despite the fact that they know what I'm doing. So I had to leave the garage in hopes that the dog would shut the fuck up. But no, it barks at the slightest noise.
But the wind blew.
There's no wind right now. It's
But
dead outside.
something ruffled and it made a small noise. It could be a cricket.
And we'll let
I heard the vibration
can
of your
shut the
deep
fuck up.
voice.
Yes.
Or it just senses you're on a live stream and goes, fuck it, I'm gonna spark.
It heard the fabric of you getting an erection in your pants.
Oh, that's what the monkey saw.
Oh, it's all Brock is getting an erection.
It saw Brock is getting an erection.
God.
I'm
Look,
not gonna
I
lie,
mentioned it.
monkeys do.
My
Oh my-
neighbor's dogs are going crazy.
Oh my God, it's that small for someone that size. It's been shocked ever since.
So I wouldn't be surprised.
Poor monkey. Why would you give it PTSD, Brock? As you was filthy body,
I
filthy
mean,
man.
I gave it a banana.
Your dick is not a banana.
It could be.
Stop raping the monkeys.
Oh.
If it's a banana, we're gonna just piddle. I can't talk English right now.
Okay, but yeah, that's all I had when it came to lighter news because we were talking about suicide and it was very, very fucking sad and depressing. And I don't want to talk about suicide right now.
Then you talk about traffic, which is worse than suicide.
It causes people to want to commit suicide.
Yes, exactly. It's the leading cause for suicide. And then
Or
monkeys.
homicide.
I
Monkeys?
hate my neighbors and their dog.
Outlaw, I'm sorry. I forgot I was doing the thingy tonight, and I just got home from work. I forgot. I just clicked on the first fucking message with the fucking stream link, and I'm like, hey, I love you, Outlaw.
I did see that she was doing a stream earlier. Sorry, Outlaw. I just got the link too late.
And here in side chat, you can steal one of my articles so you have something to contribute.
Oh, here, I'll contribute something. Fucking breaking news: Monkey sees Brachus's penis and goes into shock.
No!
Oh shit! Margot Robbie to produce series reframing Shakespeare's hits from female perspective.
Oh no, Marco, you're doing so well. Don't make me hate you. Don't make me hate you.
I already hate whoever wrote this article. The lady may protest too much, but she's about to get her due. On Thursday, ABC announced it is partnering with Margot Robbie's production company, Lucky Chap, as well as Hoodlum and ABC International, to produce a 10-part series retelling the works of Shakespeare from the female perspective.
Oh no.
According to ABC, the project will be led by a female creative team. Oh shit. And produce 10 standalone episodes. Each episode will be based on one of Shakespeare's most celebrated plays, updated to reflect our contemporary world. The project will be produced in Australia, and filming is set to begin in late 2018. Like, okay, I, as a female, and this was, I watched Bridesmaids. I watched the new Ghostbusters, and anybody who tries to tell me that that shit was funny or entertaining can go and fuck themselves. And you guys have obviously never seen anything even low. Like,
Which movie were you saying wasn't funny?
Bridesmaid and Ghostbusters.
Yeah, neither of them were entertaining to me.
Agreed.
Oh, I don't know about that. The lady's taking shits all over the place.
That was
pretty
not
damn hilarious to
funny.
me.
That's not fun. That's the lowest form of humor. Fuck you, suck. I understand why the monkeys.
Family Guy has better fucking fart jokes than that.
Yeah.
I had so many movies at the time basically making the same horrible diarrhea joke over and over again. I thought it was refreshing to see a group of girls who had fucking food poisoning also shitting and puking everywhere. That's it. Otherwise,
stupid.
yeah, Bridesmaids wasn't that fucking funny. It wasn't
It was
that fucking entertaining.
stupid. It wasn't
Yeah,
entertaining.
that
It
movie
was
terrible.
it was fucking weak as shit. And I'm a woman. Like,
Well,
you know, I root for these kinds of things just because it's like, no, yeah, like it's that sense of like, no, let's see what women can do. in
least-
this field, and they fucking dropped. They didn't just drop the ball. They picked it up, climbed up to the Empire State Building, and tossed it from the fucking because that was fucking pathetic. That was some weak ass shit. And anybody who tries to tell me that Bridesmaids was funny, I'm just like, oh, so you have a shit sense of humor.
Yeah, that's what I thought when they forced me to watch it.
Well, at least with Ghostbusters, they're a little bit more progressive in that they instead of doing that, they went with a queef joke.
I mean,
Can we
South Park.
the fact that there are two women in this hangouts right now who are legitimately saying, "Fuck women in comedy."
Look,
What do you
women
want
in comedy,
Amy
if
Schumer
you're
to start
funny,
it next?
funny people in comedy.
Funny people should be
Poop is
in
not
comedy. Yeah.
Poop is funny if done correctly, but no, I actually stand by a lot of what Kadun said. Like when I hear about these projects, I do normally root for them because I hope that like there can be a good franchise for these, like, you know, these funny women movies and shit like that. But they just aren't. It's just, it's sad for the reality of it. It doesn't actually hold up to snuff. It just, they can't hold a candle to certain other hilarious comedy movies. Like the new Ghostbusters is a piss poor fucking shit reboot. And this is that is an example of why I fucking hate reboots.
You know
And then
what
you
was,
look over and you see the movie Dread. Reboot. What the hell happened?
you know what was
Yeah.
more entertaining than fucking Ghostbusters? You know what was funnier than Ghostbusters?
Chips.
Shawshank
Watch some paint dry?
Redemption.
That was a good movie.
Yeah.
The new Baywatch movie.
The funniest character in the new Ghostbusters movie was the guy who they intentionally wrote to be a retard.
No, no. They didn't write him that way. It's improv. Most of the entire movie is improv.
Oh well, then he's fucking
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because he doesn't give a
literally the
shit.
funniest person. He's not even a comedian, and he is the funniest motherfucker in that whole movie.
It's because he does. Yeah, I agree. He
He's
doesn't.
the
give a
only
shit.
funny motherfucker.
He's
in that
told make jokes.
okay.
Okay. Fuck this movie.
You know what
I'll
my
make shit
favorite
jokes.
one of my Chris Hemsworth in not so much in Ghostbusters was like he isn't typically a comedian. He's not somebody you associate with comedy. But around the time they were announcing Chris Hemsworth is going to be in the new Ghostbusters movie and that he was going to be retarded, all that shit. Shortly after I'd actually seen him in the new Ghostbusters, I ended up seeing on the SNL YouTube channel several skits with Chris Hemsworth in it. And the funniest one is when Chris Hemsworth is playing Chris Hemsworth dressed up as a chick to convince people to go and see Dark World. And I was actually busting up. Like the damn skit is so horribly meta that it doesn't even try to pretend what it actually is. And I'm like, wow, that's fucking
You know, my
sad
favorite
and
thing about
funny.
my favorite thing about Chris Hemsworth is
His body.
Oh, look at him. Oh,
Yes,
body.
exactly.
like, he's got a good face. He's got a good voice. He's got that man body, like the man body, without it being like
I want a
grossly
great cheese on
over.
his abs.
I don't want to grate cheese on his abs. I want to just fucking grate
I
my
wanna feel his
thighs on
face.
his fucking beard. Like, oh god.
Yes.
So after Civil War came out, and you know the Hulk and Thor weren't in it, and you know Thor was the new Thor was a long time from coming out, and people were like, oh, like where the fuck are Hulk and Thor? And Chris Hemsworth did this little video where like he answered the question of where he was. He was just bored. He had nothing to do. So he went and got an apartment in like fucking Milwaukee or something with like this guy named Kevin. And fucking it was fucking hilarious. He was just super bored. So he would just follow Kevin to work at his accounting job.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. It was just you know, it was mixing the fantastic with the mundane type of thing that
Kevin
Archer
must have been
does so well.
Kevin must have been very popular with the ladies in that accounting office. Just for like, is he coming with you to work again?
Yeah, he should get some of that runoff tang, dude. Don't you think? Kevin should be getting some of that.
Brockus, that's
Damn
what
it,
you should
Brockus.
do. You should
Second
get
dibs.
You should get Chris Hemsworth to follow you around. Then you might get laid.
Or he would
much.
get more laid.
Like honestly, there's just forgot. And the thing is, like, Chris Hemsworth is just below that line of like way too bulky for me. because I don't like an overly like bulked out guy. I can't stand it. I have to feel like I can crush his face with my thighs, you know? Like Tom Hiddleston is fucking moist inducing for me.
Oh, Loki.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry too much about Chris Hemsworth, because each time you see him without his shirt on, he's usually like contractually obligated to have like 3 weeks to get ready for every scene. He has to take his shirt off because he has to work out that much to bulk up, and then he just sort of like, yeah,
and then he relaxes.
Yeah, he dad butts afterwards. After every scene like that, he just goes, I'm gonna eat some more.
Yeah, he just fucking binges, which is fine. I mean, after that, the most you have to keep in shape is your arms, because that's the only thing that gets shown. And you'll notice if you get watching Thor and like the newest movie, and you watch him from when he had his shirt off, and then to the time when he like towards the end of the movie, he didn't look nearly as big as he did at the beginning. That's because he's fucking relaxing.
Which is fine. Like I don't like freaking bulky overly muscular guys. Like but I mean just oh god, like, and it's no, you know what it is? It's the fucking neck. I have the weirdest fucking obsession with the sternocleidomastoid.
Okay.
It's that little part in the neck that's like right there by the jugular, that little muscle that connects like your head. Oh yeah. Hold on, I'm thinking of necks now. Shit.
You fucking creepy motherfucker.
Everyone sent pictures of your neck to Cunt.
Fuck yes, please.
I don't send unsolicited neck pics.
I was gonna say, like, okay, apparently send dick pics to her. She'll make fun of them or meme them or send them out to everybody. Yeah, fuck you. I don't care about your dick.
I'll put the
neck, bitch.
No, Brockus, tell them about the fucking dick pic I sent you before.
Okay, so I really messaged her on Facebook. Well, okay, I'll explain. So I decided to one day randomly, just before work, send out random dick pics to a few of my female friends. Now, when I send dick pics to anyone, it is almost always a picture of Nightwing, Dick Grayson. Haha, unsolicited dick pic. And everybody gets a kick out of it. It's funny. Ha 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 ha. She sent a picture right back of an actual dick with the Nightwing fucking symbol just etched onto the penis with blue paint or some shit on her phone. And I'm just like, why?
It's a Nightwing picture.
That's funny, Bragas.
I wasn't expecting a little dick.
It was
nice
not. Dick. Yes, that thing was fucking thick, man. Like it had the perfect shaft size for me to put the Nightwing symbol on it.
It was a kind of it wasn't a behemoth, but that thing looked like if you slapped a lady in the face with it, it would actually hurt her.
Oh, a mushroom-shaped dick.
Kinda, but you know, it's got the girth to handle some good shit there.
Are we learning what your preferences are there, Brockus?
It's thickness or get the fuck out. It's as simple as that. If it's a pencil, fuck you. If it's just got a massive head but a thin shaft, you could go eat a dick.
That's a clock.
No.
So is that why you don't like Zell? Is that why you're mad at Zell because he has the wrong shaped dick?
Yes.
Yeah, it's really short and really fat. I'm just like, no, get some extra inches on the.
Into Shrimp says my dick looks like a soda can.
Maybe that sounds interesting. I'm pretty sure that was directed at one of the ladies in the stream, not so much me.
Coke or Pepsi? You gotta send it to Brockus.
So just a flat head and just a thick.
Brockus, you're the one talking about bringing the thickness.
Yeah.
Trying to impress you.
And now we have a new plan. Everyone send your dick pics to Brockus and your neck pics to Cunt.
Oh God, please give me your neck.
Yes, directed. I cannot promise I will fap to them, but Something might come of it. I don't know.
Like,
Oh God, I think I got a nope, I did. I thought I got a message in that very instant of fucking I was just like, what the fuck? No, it was new tweets notifying me. I was just very worried for a second. They're like, you guys need to calm the fuck down. We just released this information.
hint of shrimp.
Mark
Oh,
says
and-
Nell's dick looks like a can of Copenhagen.
I don't know. Marcus, what does it look like?
A cheese wheel.
What?
What does
Yeah,
it
we call it
look
the
like?
cheese wheel. Like a cheese wheel.
My dick
Jim
looks
Max
like a
Brockes love my black D. I mean, I might. I have yet to see it, Jim.
Trippy Poop says his dick looks like a toothbrush.
I have questions.
So it has hair, and yeah, that's smart. That's excellent. That's
How so? Is it bristly? Is it just bristly? Is that why it looks like a toothbrush?
Oh, hi, Mark. He's saying in the chat, his dick looks like a penis, but bigger.
No, something better just popped up. Thraxi, please send me your pictures of your neck, please. Oh, necks.
Yeah,
Oh,
Thrax's got you,
yes.
Cunt.
Yes.
You know, I
You have
can
no
confirm
idea.
that she does have a weird obsession with necks because she kind of really liked putting a knife next to mine a lot. But then again, that might be more of a threat than a sexual thing.
It was both. It was definitely both.
I bet
Oh.
the piece of clothing that fucking Cunt hates the most are turtlenecks.
I really do, though. What is under there? You show me. You show me the sexiness beneath that turtleneck, you bastards.
Wow, okay.
And I hate scarves, too. I hate scarves for the same reason. Fuck your scarves.
And also those fucking assholes that pop their collars. Fuck those guys.
No, you know what? As long as the front is open, I can still see the
No,
sternocleidomastoid.
fuck
I'm
pop
good.
collar guys. If you pop
No,
your
no, no.
collar, kill yourself. Eat a dick.
It makes it
Okay,
easy. It gives me
but-
something to peel away.
Oh no, weird fetishes everybody has that normally people probably would not understand and or realize is an actual fetish.
Knives and necks.
Personal
No,
or that you
knives is
know
an
of?
actual fetish people understand.
Personal that you know of.
Both. If you've got it, let's hear it. If you don't got it, let's hear what you found out.
This comes from actually trolling around certain porn sites for BDSM, but there are people who like to be vacuum sealed in plastic, and there are people who like being hung by meat hooks from ceilings.
Oh yeah, I've seen
Okay, the
those.
meat hooks from
Yeah.
ceilings.
have seen that.
That one, I think, I've only seen that in a movie with D. Snyder. I forget what it's called.
That was it. They
But,
did that in the cell. The dude did that in the cell too.
It's actually
Yeah.
a thing people do.
But the first time I had ever seen that was in the movie that D. Snyder was actually he was playing Captain Hankey, I think. I can't remember what the fucking or maybe it was Captain Spaulding. Basically, D. Snyder plays a psychopath who's super into BDSM and stuff, and there's a scene where he is legitimately hanging from hooks that are hooked into his pectorals, and he actually was legitimately trying to die throughout the entire movie. So when his BDSM slaves, I suppose, let him go, released him because he was unconscious, he inevitably woke up and was really, really pissed off about it. But that was an actual thing. That was a fetish that I'd seen, and like that whole movie was about when fetishes go wrong and when a psychopath is actually heading all the fetishes and shit. It's a very crazy fucking movie. Interesting as fuck too, because Robert Englund actually has a small role in the movie as a pissed off dad who hates the D. Snyder character and shit. I highly recommend people go and check it out. I just cannot remember what the fucking movie is called. But I've heard of that fetish. I didn't realize that was a real fetish that people really enjoy. The vacuum seal, on the other hand, if anybody remembers real sex from the late 90s, that one's kind of a given. I've known about that for a long time.
I still don't get the point of it. Like, I can get the sensory deprivation, but still, it's like, why?
So
That's
I'm
mostly
looking,
sensory deprivation.
I'm looking at something called apotemnophilia, which is arousal to oneself as an amputee.
Yep, that's a thing. And those are people who
That's an actual word.
those are people who will actually go to great. If you ever see documentaries about it, it's
They want to stuff
fascinating.
fuck themselves.
No. What they do is they actually, those are the same people who actually will do things like dip limbs in dry ice and stuff to force doctors to make them an amputee.
Oh yeah, that's the trans amputees as well. It's fucking weird. I identify as blind and without arms. Okay.
There was a woman who actually poured bleach on her eyes to make herself go blind.
There's an arousal to falling down the stairs. I guess that is that's a good excuse if you beat your wife. She's just a climacophiliac.
It's difficult to explain away though. Do you hit your wife though? She's a climacophiliac. Oh, sure.
That's a woman who walks into the precinct before she does anything, when she moves, and goes, "Look, my neighbors are going to call. This is my sexual fetish. Please don't blame my husband for domestic violence." And the cops just go, "Okay, TMI, but thank you."
And I think I found Schmeckle's fetish, gerontophilia, arousal to the elderly. Say hi to Betty White for me, buddy.
So, not gonna lie, Darnell had actually sent me a DM, well, a picture DM, and I was very nervous at first. I was like, did Darnell just send me a dick pic? I was about to start telling Samaj, like, you need to fucking tell Darnell to chill. No, it was a picture of picture of Superman breaking out of fucking prison with Superman Lex in front of him. It was weird, but it was pretty cool art. Still, Samaj, tell Darnell, no, do not send me dick pics. I don't need to know that much about him.
Darnell, do it. You've done it once before, Jason Brazil. Do it again.
Yeah, do it. I dare you.
Come on.
Do not
What?
send me a dick pic, Darnell. I do not need that information.
I'm pretty sure Darnell's watching.
Yes,
Darnell.
Darnell.
You focus makes you stronger.
Come on,
Do
Darnell.
Oh, we open the DM from Darnell, and this time it is a dick pic. No, I'm not gonna. He didn't send me any dick pics. I thought it was fucking funny to basically say, like, oh, I did get a DM.
Darnell, I'll send you a picture of my tits. Send him a dick pic.
Darnell, just go to her
Do it.
Twitter. You'll find him there too.
Come on.
They are aplenty. They abound all over her timeline.
I know, but sometimes that works.
He's telling me you have to beg for the real prize, dude. You need to stop, Darnell.
Oh, come
You
on.
fucking sick bastard! Don't you care? I don't need to be that close to you, bro.
He just said deal. He just said deal.
No, you need to calm down. You need to calm down, Darnell.
Don't
I'm
calm
not
down.
gonna beg you. I'm not gonna beg you for a dick pic, you fucking weirdo.
You don't have to beg him. He's just gonna give it to you.
Hint of shrimp likes to eat cereal out of people's assholes.
That's
That's what he gets off on.
actually not anything weird. That's not a weird thing to me. I've heard of that.
How often?
Are they at least clean assholes?
No.
Do you want somebody to fart the cereal in your mouth?
Ooh, Lucky Charms are not so lucky anymore.
Oh, I got a marshmallow up in me bum.
And what if he wants you to use like Frosted Flakes, something like flat and edgy?
Of course, they're clean.
Or what about like fucking Honey Bunches of Oats, where they're just like clusters of nuts? That can't
No,
feel
no.
good.
He wants
That's
cocoa
gotta hurt.
puffs.
Oh God, Chirpy Poop.
He's he's cuckoo for Cocoa Poops.
I'm only gonna say this because I want to see your reaction. Check your DMs again.
Son of a
Breakfast.
bitch, Trippy Poo.
Is it Chirpy Poop stick?
No, I doubt that's Trippy Poop's dick. But if it is, Jesus fucking Christ, that's a murder weapon. It's a fucking massive cock.
Chirpy Poop, I need neck pictures. Somebody send me neck pictures. I really need neck pictures. Brockus gets to stare at dicks.
It is.
Why can't I see her neck?
Brockus is
Brockus.
just complaining.
Apparently, Darnell is uncut.
That wasn't a
Trip
complaint, he
uses
was
hot
impressed.
cereal.
Oh my god.
I don't know how or why you would do that. Why hot cereal? Oh, Darnell, oh, thank you. I'm gonna check my Twitter in a
Cereal
bit.
like oatmeal.
Look at your Discord cadent.
I'm writing up a character bio.
A character bio of the dick I just got in DMs, like, because that's
Yes.
that is a character. That's his pet iguana. I don't know what the fuck to make of that.
Okay,
Does it have a smile?
See, now I'm curious. Please screen share. Why not?
No, don't.
It's like a
screen
fucking
share that
no.
picture.
Obviously not screen share. That's a bad idea.
Just DM.
Thing was
Just
like a
DM.
fucking dragon.
DM low dick pics. She will rate them and judge them and tell you how pretty your penis is.
That's true.
It's like,
And I might even
I'm not.
Oh, that's a lovely
I
neck
swear to
picture.
God.
Thank you, Darnell.
I don't. Because
Brockus,
that
check
thing is
DM
like a
again
dragon.
from Darnell.
Oh, son of a bitch! All right, hold on.
Zell's right. He really does want the dick pictures. Like Brockus needs dick.
Yeah, he does.
It's true.
Oh, Brockus.
I need a D.
Brockus.
Yeah.
Again?
No, wait. Mark just sent me a GIF. That's pretty much what I was looking at, Mark. Like the dick pic I got. That's basically what that is, and I'm gonna retweet it.
And apparently Darnell sent you one too.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Oh God, yes.
Everyone loves it. It's like everyone's like afraid that Kadant is going to judge their neck inadequate, so they're just sending random.
Jesus.
That's why they're not sending them. They're just sending
Like
them
they're
to
more
Brock.
confident.
Yeah.
Guys are more confident in sending their pictures than they are sending like their dick pictures versus their neck pictures. Like, no, just give me a fucking neck to.
Well, to
stare.
Brockus, they know Brockus will love them unconditionally.
Did you get another one?
Pic from Rob, and this thing is like a fucking battle axe gone crazy.
Hot damn,
AB,
Rob.
I don't think anyone in this stream is underaged.
Nope.
If
Hopefully
you are,
no
get the
one who's
fuck out.
watching is underage.
If you're
They're
watching this and
all
you're
underage.
underage, go fuck off. Trippy poop. That's a very nice sternocleidomastoid, but what the fuck is that thing on? What is
happening?
no, it's not it's not. It is disturbing though.
Oh my god, what is it now?
I am sharing screen sharing. Yeah, is that like an abscess?
What is that?
Like,
You are all
It's
too
a
young to
tumor.
see the things we have seen today.
A tumor.
It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
what the fuck is it then?
Is that could be a quado egg? Quados lay eggs, right? That's how they like attach onto people.
That's an ostrich egg. They lay eggs, right?
Jesus, like fucking Christ, though. Although, you see that right there, where that's the sternocleidomastoid. This little bit right
Look
there.
at that sexy neck.
It's the only thing that's saving me in this picture is the fact that that's a nice neck. That's a nice.
She's gonna
That
flip
is
her
not
bean
a
to
nice
that
part of
part.
the neck. It is that part, the part that caresses your throat and your
You know
jugular.
what? You should totally draw a happy face on that part of the
Yeah.
neck.
No,
It'll
I'm
fix
just
it.
Nightwing symbol on that part of the
Yeah.
just right there. Just get a little Nightwing symbol on it. Yeah, no. The fuck, trippy poop.
Google says it's a subcutaneous lipoma.
Lymphoma.
Thank you, Zell. Thank you, Zell. Zell got it.
What?
Total recall.
Total recall.
Mhm.
Oh.
Quado reference. Total quado egg. Am I wrong?
Did you get more dick pics there, Brockus?
I still have only received the one from Trippy Poop and the one from Rob.
Oh, that's a nice snack too.
Again, I doubt that is actually Rob, but fucking
No, that's
Christ,
not
that
me.
was okay. 'Cause
Rob,
the
send an
dude's
actual one.
skin tone is.
Low, open your.
No,
okay.
I'm not sending Brockus an actual dick pic.
If you guys keep sending me neck pictures, though, I'm just saying I'm gonna have to go get some coffee.
Okay, Andy.
There's,
Oh, okay. So, I guess my Jesus.
hey, Swift, there's nothing in my DMs.
Reactions is getting
Darnell,
funnier.
I said I didn't need to know you on that level, bro. You sick fuck.
Send them to
Confirmed,
Lo-Fi
Darnell
too.
is an uncut man.
Send them to Lo-Fi too. Lo-Fi,
You know,
will
I'm forwarding all
give
these
you
fucking pics
points.
to fucking Lo-Fi.
And Shrimp, there's nothing in my DMs. So, yeah, try again, bitch. See, I got all excited. Now I'm sad.
Michael, I just saw the, or Samaj, either one. I just saw the new Super Nightbot message. If you super chat, Samaj will moan like Liz after a hit.
Oh,
That's
what?
fucked up.
I never saw that. God damn it, Schmuckle. I have no control over
I
that.
don't know
just,
I don't know if you have the capacity to moan with that much pleasure, Samaj.
How do you spell low? You just did, you fucking moron. It's a,
How do you spell spell? I don't
How do
get
you
it.
how do you spell? That's up there when someone asks, what's the number for 911? It's like you just fucking said it.
Oh God, yeah. Jesus. Hey, Brockus, here's one point of sadness for you. Thrax will not DM you anything.
see, that's just.
Well,
That's cruel.
I mean, I've seen enough dragon dick. That's fine.
Yeah,
Why? Bitching witch, why would you do that?
Why
Why?
did you send bitching witch? Tell me.
She sent a double dicker. I don't know what
Yes!
to fucking make of this.
what you
Just
mean?
It's
enjoy it,
two
Marcus.
cocks
Wait, are we
enjoy
talking
attached
about?
to the same human.
Are we talking about the double dick dude?
Yes, apparently I got the picture that people are known to know about, I guess. I don't know what the fuck I'm sending it to Lo-Fi now.
See, none
Holy
of the-
shit.
Oh,
The
that's
weird
weird.
part is one dick is
Oh, that's a
circumcised and the
Bible
other
Black
one's not.
shit. Jesus Christ, that is just straight out of Bible Black. That's a double dick.
Oh, Bible
Is it one over top of the other, or
No, it's not the classic. This is next to each other. It's the two-headed
Okay.
Hydra thing.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
the one over top of each other, those are fake. The other one is like left and right. I mean, that one's real.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a,
He goes by Double Dick Dude on Reddit.
there's a lot of dick pics from Brockers right now.
Yeah, send them to
This
Lo now.
stream has
She needs
devolved.
them.
Oh, we have a 2NZ super chat. Sup, motherfuckers, from Jordan Carey.
Oh.
Ah.
Now that I'm
New
assuming
Zealand
that's
dollars? Is that like 30 pesos?
New Zealand dollars? How much is New Zealand dollars?
Let's find
They're
out.
probably their currency is probably more stable than ours is. I'm talking shit.
Americans? I don't know. You guys are doing pretty
Yeah,
good.
it's 1.45 US dollar.
One is or is that $2? Two of them.
2 New Zealand dollars is 1.45 US dollar.
Okay.
No, follow me on Twitter. Okay, I'll follow you then. No. Better be dick pic.
I'm starting to wonder if that's actually he's getting his cock split in half and then they just kind of
Stop.
girthed.
Oh, okay. Stop. Nope. Stop.
I what?
I hate you.
There's an
Brock.
actual fetish for that, by the way.
I hate you so
Of course,
much,
there's a
Brock.
fetish for everything.
Why? Why do you hate him?
There's a fetish.
Do I need a reason?
Yes.
No.
No, it's me. So there's
Yes.
never a reason
No.
necessary.
No, I hate.
I mean,
him
if you need a
because-
reason, you
you
could
gotta-
say it's because I like your brother more than you.
Ooh.
Yeah, what's that all about, dude?
Weird.
He loves me, you don't, so fuck off.
You know, you and Hay can have your emotional connection. I tried to start one with you, but he was just too quick. He swooped in under me and stole my, he got up all in my Kool-Aid.
We don't need no goddamn emotional connections here on the cunt stream, you cunt.
Fuck you.
Taking rips.
Daniel, is that your dick you just sent me?
Yes, probably.
I told him I didn't need to know him on that kind of level, but he decided, you know what? I really want to become good friends with Brockus. And I'm like, all right, Darnell.
Brockus because he mentioned Kraut's split dick.
Yeah,
That should
and
be
then just
reason
healed
enough
up
to
and
hate
girthed out.
Brockus, do you see the bend on his dick, though? That would feel nice in you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying it's a terrible looking dick. I'm just saying I didn't need to know him like that.
And if you suck
you
it, you
did.
might get some hair between your teeth, because Jesus Christ, shave a little, maybe.
Just trim it up. We don't need a
Another
bullshit.
$2.
Jordan Carey for another $2 New Zealand dollars. What did I miss with Deadpool 2 news?
They had to reshoot it. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's actually a very bad thing. Zell and I were actually talking about the reshoots, and that's always a bad sign. Reshoots are always a bad sign. Like, name a movie that did a bunch of reshoots that didn't turn out to be bad. Because every single time I hear about a massive amount of reshoots, like one or two scenes, maybe, okay, understandable, but Justice League had a bunch of reshoots. Suicide Squad had a bunch of reshoots. Batman vs. Superman had a bunch of reshoots. I think Batman vs. Superman had a bunch of reshoots.
I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt until I see it. This is Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds with a voice in the project. You know what I mean? He's not just an actor.
Yeah.
He's got a fucking hand in the project. So I will give him the benefit of the doubt until I see it. Because if anybody can pull off a killer sequel with a bunch of reshoots, it's going to be Deadpool 2.
I think it's maybe a sign that maybe just some jokes didn't land, so they may have rewritten the comedy, which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
For Christ's sake.
It's not necessarily. I'm still holding out hope. It's Deadpool. It could be good. It could be good. I have to keep that in my head because I don't want it to be bad.
I don't know why, but Zell decided to unleash a bunch of dick pics onto my DMs.
Such a good boy, Zell.
None of this.
Zelly
I believe none of these are his, although there is one that the last one. It's questionable. God damn it. Okay, this one's fucking funny though. Okay, I'm gonna say that is actually a funny one.
Oh, we're going for funny now, huh?
You gotta share the laughter. You
Come
can't
on.
just sit, this is a funny penis.
I'm sending it to you, Lo-Fi.
Thank you.
Now they're sharing dick pics amongst the two of them.
That is a funny penis. Yeah, with a straw.
Okay,
could have
talking
made it more
about dick
realistic.
pics. This is the part that's
could
weirding
have.
me out. I just got 2 more followers on fucking Twitter. And I'm like, okay. I think people are going to start sending me a lot more dick pics. I think the gay crowd in the cunt stream is just like, wait, there's the dude who actually likes dick on the cunt stream? Hooray!
Yeah, send him what he likes.
Subbed and followed because you're fabulous.
I don't know. I don't think Prince of Queens is coming on anytime soon.
Oh, no, please, no.
Yeah, I highly doubt that. Besides, that dude is not my type. I'm sorry. I love redheaded women, not redheaded men.
What was that?
And Darnell
I
is
don't
talking
know.
about shaving in chat.
It curves up. I'm just like looking at the chat right now.
If that is Shrimp's dick, it's not bad.
Oh, Trippy sent you another picture, Brockus.
Aww.
Aww.
Trippy, send some dick
Apparently
pics to Lo-Fi as well.
Chirpy. I fucking love it. That's some fucked up shit right there.
See what's going on. I got a bunch of notifications too.
Just go ahead and check out those.
Wait for the reaction.
No, why'd you send this to me, you stupid fuck? You're supposed to send it to Cunt.
He sent the neck pics to him.
Did you send him the neck picture? Oh, but I'm
Sent me a
jealous.
neck pic.
Share it. Let's see.
It's a very skinny neck.
Did Trippy Poop sent you the neck picture?
No, I haven't actually received anything from Trippy Poop. I think it's in reference to the picture he had just sent me a few minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
Let me go ahead and...
Yeah, you do that. Bit Metal is also asking for dick pics.
Rockus wants dick pics.
What?
Brockus, Lo-Fi, and Bit Metal all want dick pics. So just share the love.
This is a neck pic from Darnell.
Neck pic from Darnell. Oh yeah, no, he
What's
sent
up?
me that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know
Oh,
why
we
he sent
just
it to me,
read the
dude. I
law.
don't have that neck fetish.
I do. Like,
Oh my
come on,
God.
people.
Yeah, that's-
Because of dicks, I've almost gotten 100 followers now.
Yes.
People just come around and
Trippy Poop sent you a dick pic with sunglasses.
Yeah, it has a straw and everything.
Oh, AW is only ever on YouTube.
Then send it in YouTube DMs. It's fine.
Yeah. Brock is
find a
as
way.
much dick as he can get.
That's
Oh
kind
my
of-
God. This has become one of those really weird streams.
Weird because you're actually getting something to jack off to later.
Okay, Zell, you can calm the fuck down, bro.
You're the good
Calm
boy.
the fuck down.
You're such a good Zelly bean.
Zell.
Yes, you are.
It's just like nothing but dicks being sent to me, and I'm just like worried.
When I
He's looking
When
up penises to send to me.
when I get inside the house, I will make sure to give Zell a nice little pat on the head for you.
Do you understand how fucking funny this is? He is legitimately going to Google images and saying, yes, I would like to look up some more penis, please.
Yes,
And
let me
he's
look at
sending them to me. This stream, I swear to God, we were supposed to be presenting a bunch of news, and then we stopped presenting news and started presenting cock.
Yes.
That's
the
news
fuck
for
is-
some people.
You know what? Yeah, that's news to me.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any in a while.
Here, let me go ahead and actually give a little bit of advice.
I'm
for the
sending
people
the
that are
link to
watching.
fucking Ian Miles Chong, and then he's gonna write up a fucking article about this shit, and then it'll be news.
Yes.
Let me
He'll
give a quick rate.
he'll do me a solid and write an article about your dick pics.
Everyone's being who's
Give me a
lately, I have to give the prize for the cutest dick to Thrax, because you just want to grab its cheek and shake it. And then the prettiest one otherwise is Shrimp. It's not bad.
I've still not seen Thraxy's dick pic.
Oh, you never got to see it?
No.
Thrax sent her a dick pic right now.
God damn it. You don't have to. It's okay. Just send me neck pictures. Next.
Thrax sent us pictures. Come on, guy.
Okay. Darnell might get some revenge for you there, Brockus. He'll send a dick pic to Zell.
Oh,
Fair enough.
Dixon, Nixon, Nixon,
That's one
Dixon,
to me.
Nixon, Dixon,
Okay,
Dixon,
we have
Nixon.
to-
Oh man, a hell of a fucking stream.
Yeah.
Let's kill it. Kill it now. Kill it with fire.
Actually,
Don't
Yeah, no,
kill it.
we were
Send me
gonna-
more neck pictures. I need to go and
send
get
her more neck
copies
pics,
of
but
neck pictures.
we're gonna go ahead and actually we're gonna shut this down because it's getting up to the 2-hour marker. Unless, of course, Schmeckel wants us to continue going with this very odd, entertaining stream.
It's been
Let's see how many
But
dick pics.
I've yet to receive a message from him, so we're just gonna go ahead and wind it down here.
He's just gonna slap us. forgot.
We talked about Deadpool 2 news. We talked about Livestream suicide. That was very unfortunate. We talked about the shit project that is about to become Margot Robbie's fucking feminist Shakespeare. God damn it, that is a terrible fucking idea. And we talked about monkeys with very shocked faces. Tonight we had Cunt Vashath, we had Lo-Fi, Robert Como, we had Reading Ren, Samaj, and of course the host of the channel, Schmeckel, and myself, your CNN host for the night. We will see you guys tomorrow night for Love Your Monday, where me and Zell hopefully will be talking about things that are not dick related.
And send
Rocket doesn't work out.
But we will have a very special guest on for tomorrow night, and we've already had confirmation throughout the week that he is definitely coming to the show. This is going to be a very interesting one. We are going to have Joaquin from Backyard Blood Sports.
Shut up real quick.
Samaj.
Jordan Carey, New Zealand 20.
Oh shit!
No message.
That's it.
Very much.
That's all.
Thank you.
Someone
Hey,
moan.
Samaj, the next time you fap and you actually finish, and I want you to record that moan, and that's the moan you need to play for $20 super chats.
Moan. Someone moan.
Oh.
I just sent. Okay, I'll check it quick, Trippy. Ruby.
Yes. No,
What
don't shut
happened?
this shit down. Just let's keep talking about dicks and necks.
Is that
What?
you're still talking about that? Okay.
No,
I guess we are.
we're getting votes from the chat. Don't shut it down.
And
Like,
Dude, there's
producer's
so
not
much.
here.
Now he's sending so much gay porn. So much gay porn is being sent to me by Zell. I don't. There was a GIF. There were two black dudes fucking. There was three white dudes. The guy was chicken on rotisserie. It was fucking weird. Zell, stop sending gay porn. Why are you looking this shit up? What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
It
Get the Sargon treatment, bro.
reminds me of Brockus's penis a lot.
Jordan
I
Carey
don't know what
wants me to moan for the 20, but I have nothing to moan to because you just
There's
sent
no
$20.
necks.
No. Just imagine Loki.
Ooh.
Between your
Wait.
thighs.
Let me just imagine Loki's neck.
Oh.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hold on. No, I'm not done yet. Okay. No, keep going. More necks. Send me the necks. Fuck, you guys have no idea what you're doing to me. I'm gonna go get some coffee really quick. Hold on.
Okay, well, so I'm not sure. Like everybody wants us to keep going, but at the same time, like I don't know if we
Producer's
should.
not talking, so I guess we keep going.
It's beautiful, Trippy.
I'm not, until Schmeckel decides to just shut this shit down. I say we just keep going. Fuck it.
Smegel sold the channel.
Oh, Darnell says he sent me more. I'm glad. I made that worth your money.
I
Smegel
sent
doesn't
you
care
next
either
to-
way.
I sent you some next to there, Kadun.
Oh.
I
I'm like
I find this
stupidly
somewhat
excited.
find this somewhat insulting. You're supposed to send nudes, like female nudes, to Samaj, and yet I have heard nothing about Samaj getting a bunch of nudes being sent to him, and he's supposed to get titty pics, and booty pics, and all kinds of shit like that. And you're supposed to send me a bunch of hate mail, but the moment I say, yeah, go ahead, DM me dicks, it's just the fucking gay floodgates are opened, and all of a sudden there's a bunch of fucking
You're
dicks in my
welcome.
DMs and some
At
gay
least the
porn,
gay porn
and it's
on
just like,
Brockus.
no. The cunt stream clearly wants to send us shit, but it's the wrong shit they're supposed to be sending. You're supposed to send me hate mail. You're supposed to send Samaj titty pics. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you people?
I do
Robert.
send Samaj pics. You cannot. I am clear of this conversation.
Yeah, same.
That's
It could just be the demographic of the viewership. Maybe there's like too many gay guys that watch us.
Oh God, Samaj. Darnell say he'll send you some pics.
No.
Yes.
Darnell,
They have to be titty
Samaj does not need to know you on that level, bro.
No. Darnell, it has to be titty pictures.
Oh my
I know what
God.
your dick looks like, bro. That's this disturbing part. That's
Rob,
Yo,
I'm gonna bitch at you real quick. That
Yeah.
first neck is
it was. I know it was supposed to be a joke neck. The
that's
first one.
it's it looks he's got a neck and a head shaped like a dick shaft and a fucking dick head.
Trippy.
Yeah.
It's not pretty.
He
And
has
this is
giant,
Adam's apple.
that little part that she was talking about. He has like giant, fucking enormous, oversized ones of those that make him look really weird.
Each one looks like the size of a regular neck.
oh, Samaj. Yeah, I saw that earlier on fucking Twitter. Couldn't
What
stop
about
laughing.
that third neck though, Kadant? That's a nice little neck, huh? Yeah.
Okay,
Get your goat.
I'm
Get your
done.
goat.
with you. I'm all right.
Trippy won my DM competition I had now.
Oh.
Holy shit, Trippy. That's
All right.
No, not the one I just sent you. The one above it. The dude in the white shirt.
No,
How
right
you
now.
like that neck?
Nope, Mark is becoming my favorite. Cause he's have you seen the necks he sent?
No.
Oh, yeah.
We have a $2 super chat, $2 New Zealand from Jordan Carey. Also, what's this about suicide on a live stream?
That's what's gonna happen later in this live stream. Just hold on.
Yeah,
Give us a chat.
I'm almost there. I'm almost at that point.
Apparently,
Jordan,
Jordan.
there was.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was actually because nobody was saying anything. So
Brian was about to
Go
say
ahead.
it, so shut up, Brockus.
Okay, woman-splaining then apparently. Apparently there was a kid, 18-year-old, who committed suicide on a live stream. He slipped a note under his door and shot himself while live. YouTube's already taken down the video, obviously, because obvious reasons. And it's quite sad, actually, because there is a reason, but they're not releasing the official reason yet.
yeah, the mother only witnessed it actually happening within the few moments that it did, and hence why most likely that information has not been released to the public. I mean, I don't think I would want anyone to know the reason why somebody in my family fucking off themselves, especially if you find out later that they off themselves on a live stream. That's just like, nobody needs to know this shit. You know, like, yes, we need to know about people who have suicide thoughts so we can actually prevent them from killing themselves. But inevitably, at the end of the day, people who truly want to kill themselves are going to find a way. And that's the saddest part about this, is like, sometimes there is no stopping it. But we don't need to fucking see it, because it just makes more people interested who are already having those thoughts want to commit suicide. And it's fucking terrible. It is extremely depressing. Let's talk about more dicks so we can get off the sad subject. I swear to God.
Marcus wants to talk more about people's dicks.
Trippy sent me a chainsaw made of tongues.
What?
Yes, it's a sex toy. It's
Oh!
it spins around and it's tongues. So
Yeah, tongues.
Yeah. Trippy Poop sent me that, and he was just like, I can't remember who he was asking. Who do you think would actually enjoy this more, Lo-Fi or Kadant? I was like, I don't really care. I think Kadant might get a little more enjoyment out of it because she doesn't have to fuck a person. I think that's the only reason.
Well,
What?
It's a machine, a dildo, and
Yeah, I know.
in the
I'm
ass
watching it right now as you talk. I
Yeah,
have for the last 10
but-
minutes. So.
That's the for the last 10 minutes. Jesus.
Brockus.
What?
You know, I don't use sex toys on myself.
That's true. I know that much, but I'm just like, I thought it was funny to bring up, like, because now you don't have to deal with people when it comes to sex. But I don't use sex toys either.
I do.
I don't trust robots. I know you do.
I do.
hey, sex toys are fun.
Yeah. They spice up life.
I'm not saying they're not fun. I'm saying they're not for me. That's just how I am. I'm not going to put my dick in a silicone.
I'll introduce you to some friends.
I swear to God, they better be real friends and not fucking silicone friends.
Silicone friends, do it, Lo.
Of course it is. It's awesome, Doc. It's my favorite co-op team.
Oh my god. This stream has so many problems. Where to begin?
The fact that
Too
we
many
actually
people
got-
sending me dick pics. Not enough people
That's
sending
not a
titty pics to
problem.
fucking Samaj.
When is that ever a problem?
It's the
When
brightest.
not enough people are sending fucking Samaj titty pics. Samaj, you been getting titty pics?
Just something that Darnell sent.
Are they
That's
tits?
about it.
Samaj
There's
can
something
look
else.
up his own titty pics. We know you're not going to look up your own dick pics, so we have to force them upon you.
We also know that Zell will definitely look up dick pics just so he can send me a bunch of them, including gay porn gifs.
Well,
Oh, look, another grouping of fucking gay porn.
He just showing you what he wants you to do later.
Jem, you
It's
need to
just
not
so
send
much-
Brockus anything on Discord. He's like never on Discord.
So much gay porn. Yeah, I'm almost never on Discord.
Again,
Dude, there's a dude sucking his own dick in this last one.
I'm gonna
Now
have
this
to
guy
ask
trying
you.
to slap the other guy in the dick with his dick.
I'm gonna have to ask you to
Now
share that other one.
Hey,
Now it
you're
looks like
telling
Freddie
me that
Mercury's older brother.
if you could, you wouldn't?
There's a lot of
Gross.
gay shit going on in my DMs right now.
Are you,
Zell,
Brockus?
why are you
Brockus,
looking all of this up?
Brockus, answer my question.
Would you
If
not
you-
suck your own dick if you
Yeah,
could?
if you could suck your own dick, wouldn't you?
No.
No, you wouldn't try it. Ever.
Oh,
You
and
fucking
Marcus
liar.
sending me midget porn. Okay, I don't know what to make of any of this. He sent Mark just DM'd me. Oh, no, and it's not a DM. It's actually on Twitter. But Mark just sent me midget stripping, and I'm not a fan of that.
I am a fan of my DMs right now. His all the next.
Okay, I'm not a fan of my DMs are still going off right now. My computer hasn't caught up to what my phone is basically vibrating like shit.
Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why? Because guys are so much more comfortable taking pictures of their dicks than they are of their necks.
Oh,
And Zell still loves you. This is a sign of his love.
Zell
Just embrace it.
Zell loves you so much, Brockus, and you won't reciprocate those feelings in public.
He's trying to get you off in public.
just Trippy Poop just changed it up a bit with this very fucking funny GIF. It's a picture of Yami from Yu-Gi-Oh! And it says, "This is Goku. He's my favorite Pokemon trainer." I think that's personally brilliant.
All right, I'm going to bed, guys. I'm done.
Yeah,
this is too
you
much
go ahead.
silliness for me. All right, take care, guys.
No, yeah, you have fun.
Letters.
Don't
Later.
act like you can't handle the silliness.
All right, I think we've had just about enough. What do you guys
Yeah.
think? All right, so we'll repeat the extra. Would that be?
Yeah,
Outro?
we'll repeat the
Extra.
outro here.
Making up words and shit.
I can't help it. I am surrounded by necks right now. I need to go and get myself some coffee.
All right. So once
It's a
we
neck
had
show.
Kadunva Shah, Lo-Fi, Robert Como. Schmeckel was, of course, the host of the channel. Samaj is no longer with us, but he was here a few minutes ago and reading Ren. This is CNN, the Cunt News Network. Take it easy, cunts, and have a good night.
Later.
Nice.